Um, Hi everyone. Am I audible? Okay. I wanted to check my earphones, so can someone's.
Hi Sarvani, this is Ram.
Okay. Okay. So, Um, yeah, let me just give you. Okay.
Hello, Ram Uncle.
Oh, hello. Hello.
Hello.
No, bye-bye.
Bye.
Just give me a second. I'm trying to figure this out.
Yeah, this one is a bit tricky.
I have to give you host access for. Okay.
I don't think so we don't have
Yeah.
any presentation or something. So
Yeah.
I think,
I'll just go ahead.
we can go ahead and talk. I don't think I was able to figure out how to give it the last time I did one. So if you do let me know.
Okay. So, hello everyone. Thanks for joining in. Uh, there's one more speaker who will join us shortly, but I welcome everyone and thank everyone for joining on a Saturday evening. I know 8 o'clock is a busy schedule time, and you took out time for this discussion. I'm thankful for that. Uh, Without further ado, let me start the presentation, the little presentation that we always have. Uh, Let me go ahead. Okay, I hope my screen is visible. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Great. Okay. Okay. Fine. Let me start the slideshow. Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome to the July virtual meetup of Cloud Native Hyderabad. This is a series that we started this year in order to reach out to a lot of audiences that we were not able to cover with our regular meetups. So this is consecutively the seventh meetup that we are doing, and we are grateful for all the speakers that have come so far, and then attendees who show up to every other meetup. To introduce a bit about myself, I'm Sarvani. I work as a developer advocate at Improving. I am also a co-organizer at Cloud Native Hyderabad. I usually code, test, write blog posts around it. I am also a community speaker at Cloud Native meetups. And apart from the work, I do write poems and do a bit of journaling and artworks. These are my profiles, the social profiles that you can, send requests to. You can reach out me over there. So introducing about CNCF, I'm sure most of you guys might have known about CNCF, and this meetup is around KubeCon. So let's talk about it. Introduction to CNCF. So CNCF is a non-profit organization which promotes cloud computing, and there are a lot of open source projects that are under CNCF, and then CNCF tries to maintain them. There are maintainers who take care of them. People contribute to the projects, and that's how the ecosystem completely grows. Yeah. To know more about CNCF, you can go and check out cncf.io. You can find out landscape.cncf.io, where you will get about the projects and rest of the things. Okay. Uh, Giving a short introduction about our chapter. So we started the Cloud Native Hyderabad chapter in 2019, and we have been trying to organize meetups ever since. And during even during COVID season, the chapter was able to organize 2 or 3 offline meetups, and most of them were online. And the major goal is to basically provide free learning to the people who are working around cloud native technologies. And also, it will help you in increasing your network in the field in which you are working. We also usually have every meetup we try to bring in a new speaker, a first timer or a new speaker, or a unique topic that can grab audience. So we also encourage people who want to submit their talks and present around some topic. We usually encourage it by giving one slot of the speaker for a newbie in every meetup. Okay. Now, virtual series, as I discussed previously, this is a series that basically started because we were getting a lot of registrations in the offline one, and we were not able to accommodate so many people. This is basically a virtual series which is focused on giving you practical knowledge of cloud native, and we do this usually on the second Thursday of every month, and we host about this on our page. So, yeah. Socials, these are our socials of Cloud Native Hyderabad at CNC of Hyderabad. Then we have LinkedIn as Cloud Native Hyderabad. We also have YouTube channel where we upload all the talks that happen offline. So you can go check out that as well. And this is the Cloud Native community page. We have the new link with the OCG groups coming in. So yeah. Uh, Behind the scenes of running the whole show, we have a set of volunteers who actively help and contribute in making these meetups successful. I would like to thank them all for giving their inputs in, let it be in poster design, content, or on ground help. These guys are always there to look after things in the meetup. So a huge shout out to all our volunteers. Then let's dive into today's discussion. I don't want to take much time because I have a lot of folks joining. I have co-chairs of the KubeCon joining with me here, who would give their opinions, their ideas of how KubeCon was. So if you're all ready, let's get started. Yep.
Yeah, we are ready.
Yeah, it would be great if people can turn on their cameras, whoever can. This is like an open-ended discussion that we're going to have. Uh, this is not the regular talk that we go through every other meetup. So, yeah. So let's start with, ladies first. So my first question, yeah. So my first question would be to Sonali. Okay. So let's start with the beginning. Okay. How did your journey of becoming a KubeCon India co-chair begin? And what were the challenges that you didn't expect, but then you overcame through when you were executed the whole thing? So yeah, over to you, Sonali.
Thank you, and thank you for giving us such a warm welcome. You are a humble host, and thank you for doing this because I think none of the communities have done it till now. So and that's a good thing that you guys are doing it, and I want to thank the CNC of Hyderabad community for that. So talking about where it all began, I think it all began from a message on LinkedIn from Chris asking me if I am interested in doing, and I went back and I opened my LinkedIn again just to refresh and see that this is a message from actual Chris of the Linux Foundation, just to make myself believe that something can land in my inbox, because you don't expect such things, even you don't imagine. I'll be honest, I have seen Nikita, Divya, Atul, Bhavani, all four co-chairs of past two KubeCons. And whenever I saw them, I used to think that, maybe somewhere 5 years down the line, this will happen somewhere. But not so quickly. So definitely my first instinct was to check, the human reaction. And then, yeah, I mean, it all began from there. I had to say yes without asking, and then ask what is actually expected out of this role. There are many responsibilities that come with a co-chair role. The biggest one is actually the title, I would say. You have to carry that title with you, and you have to be cautious that you deliver, you actually fulfill all the responsibility diligently. And no matter how much you say that there is a point, you have to satisfy some people, but there is a point where this thing gets on everyone's nerve, that what if the talks that we select are not meeting the standards or the requirements or the mindsets of the audiences who are going to come to the conference, right? So that pressure is always there, and that stays till the end date of the conference, till the time you don't get feedbacks. That stays for the whole process, and it stayed with me, and I'm sure Sayam will share, because we had this discussion going back and forward about the fact that we want to do a KubeCon where not everything is around AI, not everything is around dedicated to platform engineering. It has to be a mix, because right now the trend has been in a way that these are all the booming technologies are, and the focus has been driven towards that. But then we have to understand that there are different verticals, there are different domains, and there is the reason why they exist. Okay, so this position actually demands awareness of all these domains, number one. And then the challenge that you talked about was, I think, selecting the program committee. Because you have to understand what background of a person is, because they are going to be the reviewers of all the proposals that are going to come in. And it's not like a small level of an event, it's a huge level of an event where you will get thousands of CFPs, where you have to be very cautious about the tech stack, the program committee, what whether they have that sort of understanding to even filter the right proposals, and then what background they are coming from. The diversity you have to definitely take care of. So it's not just one thing that you see someone's profile and you just go ahead and went. There can be people who are not very much vocal or presentable about their achievements or accomplishment on LinkedIn or any social media platform, but they might have done a lot of things in their GitHub profile, right? So you have to understand and be very cautious and make diligent decisions while finalizing a program committee, and that was like a good amount of work we had on our plate. So yeah, I think that was all that I could share about it.
Yeah. Thank you, Sonali. And I'm sure people whoever has attended KubeCon would remember the Sonali's iconic entering dialogue. That's how the KubeCon actually started, I would say. I saw the clip of it and then I was like, wow, you pulled this off in front of so many people.
Yeah, that
That,
is my favorite moment, actually. That even though I had butterflies, even though I knew, this could go badly because I may forget the dialogue as well, stepping on the stage, because that happens with so many people. It's very normal. I have heard folks who on stage, they have forgotten the lyrics of their own songs that they have written. Like Ed Sheeran, he was sharing in his one of his interviews that he forgot the lyrics of his own song. So people can face such things even after doing it so many times. So yeah, the butterflies are always there, but then after a while you have to trust yourself, you have to believe in yourself that I have to do it and I can do it. So yeah, and I am happy that it landed well.
yeah, congratulations. Kudos on that, actually.
Thank you.
So my next question would be to Sayam. I know you have attended a lot of KubeCons before and given talks at a lot of other events as well. But what was your experience in organizing such big event, and what do you think was different from whatever happened in the past? I mean, we had two KubeCons previously in India, and what was your experience basically? Something that would say like it's different from what happened previous year. So yeah.
Yeah, I think every KubeCon has its own flavor because of the city itself. So it has been happening in different cities. Hi, by the way, I'm Saiyam, and so I have done. So we did this KCD. So I did the KCD Mumbai with four other folks back in 2023. That was the first time we stepped the bigger footprint for Kubernetes Community Day. So KCD is Kubernetes community days, which are not as big as KubeCon, but that gathers around 300, ranging from 300 to 600 people, and it happens at various places. Like we this year we pulled off in New Delhi. There is one happening in Gujarat, and then next year also a lot of will be happening. Then Bengaluru had a lot of ones. So, and then there was this one event which CNCF have stopped doing, which is called Cube Day. So I and Nancy were the co-chairs for the Cube Day. Cube Day was good. It was 800 to 1,000 people event that happened in Bangalore before the first KubeCon, and then it started off with the KubeCon wave. So it's like pretty nice experience because obviously you always have a feel from the outside that the agenda and all the talks should be in these flavors, like x amount of talks in one segment, y amount of talks in one segment, and the technology has changed it course, like it changes the course overnight these days, but it has changed the course over the past few years a lot. So we have seen a lot of AI movement. We have seen all the keynotes moving towards AI. We have seen inference being the game. So that's where this was interesting because I was deeply involved in it and I had fun. And we tried to pick the talks that not only describes a concept but also from the production standpoint. So how these open source projects are used in conjunction as a particular architecture at a particular organization. Like you must have seen, like all the recordings are out. So you can see how NPCI uses, cloud native tools for the payments. And you can see how Servum uses it, how Rapido is using it. So the case studies are the real deal because that is where you understand these amazing ecosystem of CNCF that have so many sandbox incubating and graduated projects. They create a massive impact on handling things at massive scale. So my experience was really good, and yeah, that's it.
Okay. That's great to hear. I would now like to ask Neil, who was who has attended KubeCon and also is a speaker there, and who is organizing KCD Gujarat, which is upcoming. So, Neil, my question to you is, there were multiple tracks running in the KubeCon simultaneously. I mean, we all know that there are like 4 or 5 rooms, and each room has its own talk that is going on. So, which sessions do you think were, which sessions did you choose, and what was your thinking behind this? So, yeah, over to you, Neil.
Yeah, thank you. So talking about sessions, so majorly like what people suggest like this. Uh, Talks are segregated is
Is it just
separate, secure. Oh, I'm audible probably.
okay? Yeah.
Yeah. So majorly, okay, sorry,
No, it's good now. It's
maybe
good.
some internet. Yeah.
It's good now.
So yeah, obviously the sessions are segregated in different themes as Sonali and Saiyam already told. Like sessions are from different themes, from platform engineering, observability, AI, Kubernetes, performance, security. But what I majorly focus is my session was also on performance, like how we can improve the performance of our application from like Kubernetes from using Kubernetes API server. So, so my understanding was because as nowadays heavy workloads are happening, as you know, like big companies have a lot of workloads. So security is also a major perspective over there. So security, performance, and AI workloads were the major point of attraction for me. And I also attended a lot of sessions around that because nowadays, previously, what was happening is in let's say before 2 years, KubeCon was happening around like how we can utilize Kubernetes in this space or something like that. But nowadays, people are using like running AI workloads on Kubernetes. So it is very much important, like how we can save the cost, save the inference, everything around that. So that is the main point of mine.
Okay. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Neil. So my last question would be to Ram. Ram here. Did he just drop off?
I'm here.
He is here. He is here. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Ram. I'm sorry I
Hi.
couldn't see your video. Yeah. So you have attended a lot of events. You have organized a lot of events. Uh, my question to you would be like, what was your favorite moment in this KubeCon? Compared to, I mean, not compared to, but from all the events that you have attended, or from all the sessions that you've seen this KubeCon, what was your favorite moment that that will be in your memory forever from KubeCon Mumbai? Yeah, over to you.
My favorite moments, I think I'll pick two. One, I've never seen a DGX Spark in person before. So seeing that on stage, watching it break a little, that was a little satisfying. But watching that whole demo that Saiyam pulled off was really fun. I think my second favorite thing from KubeCon was Sonali's haircut. So really beautiful. Um, I mean, I think everybody thought it. I just said it out loud. So those have to be like the top two. But over and above all that, I think every KubeCon is special because of all of the people you meet. Because all of the talks you can watch later on YouTube, but talking to people and interacting with them and sharing a lot of their stories has to be very special. And although you do meet like the same set of people a few times, there's a lot of new people that you do shake hands with, and you make a lot of new connections and build your network and share some stories about how they're using Kubernetes and how things are breaking. I think this KubeCon was also special because like the spread in terms of the talk spaces and the booths and all of the project booths especially was really good. I really wish that they bring like the CNCF store as well at some point. But um, there's a lot of projects that have a lot of contributors and maintainers from this part of the world, which I think is really cool. And so it was nice to see the growing number of like project tables and the number of maintainers and other things. And that's really special because that the community is building, the number of contributors are growing, and there's more awareness about the technology itself. And as open source maintainers and open source contributors, there's more avenues for people to participate. So all of these are well and truly special.
Okay. Thank you, Ram. Uh, I want to take some questions from audience. If you have any questions or you want to share your experience, anyone in the audience can. Yep. If anyone would like to share their experiences, or if you have any questions.
Yeah, I think Sayam has already posted this that we want to make it as interactive as possible.
Yeah.
If you're someone who has missed the chance to attend KubeCon, you have right set of people to answer your questions,
Yeah.
or even share any thought or what type of talks you want to attend next time, all that sort of thing.
Okay. Okay, we got a question. How is Kubernetes evolving in the AI space? I am a UI developer and I recently had a change for GCP VM deployment as there is a migration, and later I started learning Kubernetes. I want to explore CNCF tools like Prometheus, Grafana, etc. and do real deployment. Is there any advice you can give? Um, Anyone can take this.
Subscribe to Cube Simplify. No, but I think it's a good place to start. Jokes apart, there's a lot of content that is being shared very regularly by a lot of people just on this call, but also generally there's a lot of like beginner friendly content that you can share, especially as someone who's moving laterally the way you've described it. So, pick one tool a week or something like that, and get started. Keep watching, keep typing. Even if things break, you have tons of like AI help now, um, to fix things and push you forward. So yeah, lots of lovely content out there for you to pick and choose from.
True. I think Ram has very well put that there is a lot of content out there. I think my personal favorite is Tech with Nana. I used that when I started learning Kubernetes, and it has good set of examples if you are someone who is getting started or who wants to understand, explore these examples on their local machine. They put up nice video. They have all the demos and all the access to code repositories where you can go deploy a microservice application and try it out on your local cluster. So all those things is very easy to understand. Yeah, and it's free. So that's the biggest plus. I mean, a knowledge in today's era is not something that you need to pay for. I mean, it has become accessible to such a level that it's easy to get that free of cost if you have just done some research. Yeah.
Yeah, and one point to add, like there are a lot of CNCF chapters across India and across the globe. So maybe like you can join some of those sessions around that, and a lot of people are sharing their knowledge in the and in these meetups and in these sessions. So yeah, you can also ask some of the questions like like maybe some interesting questions or in-depth questions to them also. So you can also learn about that.
Yeah, I think Neeraj has raised his hand. Maybe you can. He has some point to make.
Sorry, I was on mute. Okay. I'm keeping it a bit interactive. I'm just exploring an AI space. So, bit of background. I just did Cube certificate, a basic one in 2021. I'm still not in the platform or DevOps space now. And I want to know what the other team members are exploring about an operator on where Kubernetes can leverage an GPU style slicing and get some info on that. I have attended one session, but I just want to know, is there anyone following any specific operator, or uh, if my understanding is different, help me in this. I understand this is purely a play game on a CPU, but how the same stuff would be going to utilize in a GPU space. So yeah, that would be question.
Yeah, I can take that one. Uh, so obviously, traditionally, Kubernetes has been for the CPU ecosystem. But with the help of the new tooling within the CNC, within the Kubernetes ecosystem, like the DRA, dynamic source allocation, and you have device plugins. Uh, in the end, what happens is device plugins helps you map the GPU to the Kubernetes resource. Like you have the availability of a GPU to be attached to a particular pod. So whenever you write nvidia.com/GPU1, that means you will be using that particular GPU for this particular workload inside the YAML specification. So what happens is fundamentally GPUs are very different from CPUs. So GPUs are not meant for preemptive workloads, whereas CPUs, as you all do, multitasking, preemption, you cut this and then it goes there. So which is why the GPU sharing is hard, which is why there are some techniques like the MIGs, multi-instance GPU, MPS, and then you have time slicing, time sharing. Two projects that you can check out. One is CNCF Sandbox by NVIDIA, which is the open source implementation of Run AI called Kai Scheduler. And second one is the one that I demoed at KubeCon is Hammy, which is a CNCF incubating project. These two are very interesting project, as what they do is after you have the GPUs allocated, they help you slice the GPUs. with the memory bound with the memory foundations, and they fundamentally use the concept of time sharing, time slicing, and Happy uses a little bit different approach on that. So what you probably should be doing if you are interested in this particular space is obviously learn architecturally more about how GPU works. Like whenever you run a GPU, whenever you open a CUDA context, and then how a CUDA kernel launches, and for every particular process, how the next CUDA kernel will launch. And then every CUDA kernel will have many processes in that. So if there are two programs, two processes, there are two CUDA kernels over there. Every CUDA kernel has its own set of processes. Why we say that GPUs are held when there is one process running? Because it utilizes 100%. So you might have seen a lot of times whenever there is a GPU spike, it fully consumes the GPU and then it gives out the result. That is due to how the architectural pattern is for GPU, like matrix multiplication and the pixel calculation and all these things. And these small techniques that are there, like for example, MPS tricks the in a way that it says that all of the processes are part of a single CUDA context, although they are separate CUDA context. So that's a trick over there. Time slicing does when process A on the CUDA context A process A, it runs one process, then it runs the CUDA context B process one. For you, it resembles that both of them are running in parallel, but ideally it is in this way that it is time sharing between the different processes that you are trying to share the GPUs using the Chi scheduler technique. So Chi scheduler lets you do the fractional GPU. So this is how it works. Yes, you definitely should check out these projects if you're interested in this space. This is very interesting space. Inference is very interesting space. So I can share one series that I'm writing, 7 days of DGX Spark, which is basically all about what goes after you write a prompt from the pre-fill stage to the decode stage, like how it loads your tokens, how it tokenizes them, what it does in the pre-fill, the KV caching, going to the next part, and then giving you the result. And there are so many things in between, so many inference engines in between. In Kubernetes, VLLM, LLMD is very popular. So check out all these projects. Very interesting space. There is something which is called the CNAI landscape, called the Cloud Native AI landscape. That is pretty interesting. Check that. Very interesting meeting. There are technical advisory groups for the workload foundation and the infrastructure that does a lot of these things. And right now also there is one AI SRE service level objectives meeting going on for the tag operational resilience, which is focusing on the service level objectives in the AI era. So like everything is AI. I told you before.
Thank you so much. Can you share those links as well in this group chat? One more maybe a question related to that. So I'm still learning. So if I say something which is not correct, please correct me. Um, I want to explore an example. Let's say I have a Mac Mini, which is 2 or 3 Mac Mini. So is there any operator which does that? I was trying to attend this NVIDIA one, and when I asked, it was specifically for NVIDIA chips only. So is there anyone which is related to the Apple silicon chips, where if
So
I have, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, Ram wants to say something. Okay.
No, I'll let you finish. I just
So
have a somewhat
uh,
related.
your Apple has MLX, and the Olama does support MLX as the backend. So you actually can use MLX, or you can use the traditional MLX. So this Saturday, I'm actually giving a demo for Kayak. So I created a project called Kayak, KIAC, Kubernetes in Apple containers. And there I'll be using Agent Gateway, Kayak, plus I'll be using the Apple's own MLX framework for the inferencing to show the actual GPU usage for that. It's very much possible. Everything is possible. There are inference engines that you can use. It's just a deployment in the end. So yeah, I'll write a blog after that and I can share you that. But Every project has its own set of meetings. Every project has a very good document. Usually CNCF projects have good documentation. So, and obviously with AI, documentation have improved a lot. That's the one of the big areas that I have seen a lot of improvement with AI. So you can use that. I don't want this particular session to be code tech session, to be very honest. So
Okay.
let's keep the conversation general as well,
Sure.
because I can talk about these things for the whole time, but I don't want to hold
Sure.
everyone.
Just share this link, which is your
Yeah, I've already shared all the links in the chat.
and in the that also where you are going to do a demo on Saturday.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much. Thanks, man. Yeah, Ram, go ahead, man.
There's a project called Volcano within the CNCF landscape. That one is used for scheduling and managing your AI workload. So it will give you a way to do hardware agnostic operations at a different level of abstraction. So if you're looking to work with AI based workloads, but you want to do it on Kubernetes and you don't want to get into the nitty gritty of hardware, etc. That's a good project. It's like the other end of the spectrum that, say, Saiyam was describing a while ago. And it's probably also sometimes easier to get a start that way. So I recommend taking a look at that as well.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shyam and Ram, for the quick help and quick links. Thank you so much.
Hello all, good evening. So I wanted to know about the how do we contribute to open source projects. So we are seeing so my tech stack is Python, shell scripting, and when it comes to cloud, AWS, Oracle Cloud, and CI/CD tools, Docker and Kubernetes. So how a person like me, how do I contribute to open source projects? So so what is the scope and how do we?
I mean, that's a really good question. And I know everyone will have their own set of answers.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to go ahead, please take it. I have spoken a lot. I can go later as well. I'm fine with that.
See, so like Sayam said, we all have our own versions, but what I feel like, don't see programming language as a barrier. In today's era where it's very easy to code, given the tech stack that you have, I would say if any project that you have done in the past implementing something, just look from a perspective that if I have used a particular project, is it open source? If it is open source, where is the code base for it? Go to GitHub, just try to see what issues are open in that project and in what language that project is actually written. So usually in GitHub, you'll find in the right side, the languages are mentioned in the browser in which the project has been created, and it has a percentage of distribution. So it also tells you how much of what is there. And then go click on issues. Maybe you can find some good first issues that you can help you understand. And if you are not comfortable with starting with some issues, and or that fear comes very naturally because we all have been there somewhere or the other in the past to commit to an issue, and then what if I may not be able to deliver it. All those type of thoughts come across our minds. So you can go ahead and deploy that particular project on your local and just make minor tweaks to it. Like if suppose it has a CLI and it's printing a particular set of output, just go and print your name with it. Just make minor tweaks and run that project, build that project on your local machine and see how it is working. And once you do that, you can easily pick any good first issue. Not that, then you can go to the how I felt very comfortable was reading the documentation. And if you find any nitpicks in the document that this could be improved because you have used that project, you understand it very well, then you can go ahead and just suggest some changes that can be done. And then when even something like proofreading, you feel like something, there's a grammatical error in the project. There are certain projects who wouldn't consider that as a very good PR. but then that's a starting point for you. So you'll understand what pipeline runs for a PR to get actually from getting raised to getting merged. It's not an easy process. There's a team, a maintainers team running and sitting, managing the whole project, who has defined a process that even if a minor change is coming, it has to go through a process. You'll understand how a project, how a change gets merged. So all these type of basic understanding gives you a confidence that okay, I can do this. And then from there you can start your journey of picking good first issues and then going forward.
Okay, sure. Thanks for the info. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think Sai Manoj has raised his. Okay. Ram?
I was going to say that was the programmer's version of how you begin contributing. I just wanted to point out another path that people do usually take. Check out any of the projects that you're interested in contributing to, and see when they have their working group meeting. So oftentimes what I've found is people join different working groups, and then they get some idea of who are the people working on the project and what are the most persistent issues for them. You can always ask people on these different calls, say, introduce yourself and give them a little bit of background about what your skill sets are and that you're looking to become a contributor. And sometimes you get much faster feedback and advice from these people as opposed to investigating individual repos and finding things to do. So I found that approach a little better at times. So try and look at projects and attend working group calls or join some of the tag calls or the SIG calls that are there, and then you'll find like a whole raft of issues that are open and available, and problems that people would really want solving. And I think all of the things that Sonali mentioned were great in terms of picking up some documentation pieces. Good first issues are obviously a good place to start, but the other path to this is by joining some of these calls, speaking to the actual humans that are doing the work, and finding some feedback quickly about what it is that you want to do.
Thanks, Ram.
Yeah. Thank you, Ram and Sonali. I think we have one more question in the chat. Any interesting thought that you would revisit at the KubeCon? So this is from Harshvardhan. Didn't attend the event, but any interesting thought that you want to revisit here? Sorry, any interesting talk that you want to revisit here? Anyone in the audience can also come up if they have found anything. But yeah.
Yeah, like I said, the
Yeah.
keynotes good. So I would suggest, and they are like 10-15 minutes each. So, or some are 5 minutes as well. So I think if you want a holistic view of where CNCF stands today and what it powers, I think that is like Geo, Hotstar, Rapido, NPCI, the massive scale that these organizations are handling using the CNCF architectures is pretty good to understand which projects you are contributing to and what impact it is creating. So it all boils down, like connecting the previous question as well, it all boils down to your end goal. So I would say go with the end goal, have something in mind, go with a mission when you want. Just in the open air, if you say I want to contribute, but you should have an internal goal. And there are multiple segments. Some does it for passion because they have been continuously contributing to open source for years. Some do it for that I want to get a job at a particular organizations which is backing a particular open source project. That's also fair and decent. And some goes for recognition, some goes for different others. So like you have to have some kind of mission on what you want to do, why you want to do. Some does it for the impact, like if Kubernetes is being used in space, if I am a contributor, like I have contributed to a technology is being used in at CERN and space, so that's another level of satisfaction that you get. So it's all boils down to what gives your mind a feeling of satisfaction. Okay, yes, I am in this zone and this is what I want to do, this is what I enjoy. It's all about enjoying. If you enjoy working with open source, if you enjoy, like ask anyone for the meetups, it's a pain to do everything, to organize everything, whether it's in person or howsoever it is, but still people do, because those are the people who enjoy it while doing it. And those meetups are really successful, the ones organized by the people who really enjoy doing all these things. So it all boils down to what you actually want to do. It's not some like he's doing or she's doing and then I have to do, or like everyone around me is doing so I have to do. I don't think so. It's all your choice and your mission.
I think to add to that, I think if someone is not enjoying it and doing it because someone else is doing it, they end up paying the human cost. I think that's what I wanted to highlight at my keynote, that in this AI era, when everything is so accelerated, when technology is changing in a day maybe, and where Ram highlighted how prompt engineering was so common, so relevant few months ago only, but now it's gone. So there are multiple talks at KubeCon which you can go and understand that how much the technology is evolving. But at the end of the day, contribution is something like that you do between your actual job and actual life. So you have to be very cautious in terms of how much you want to bite. Don't bite more than you can chew, so that your life is not impacted because of it.
Okay. Yeah. I think the next question is to Ram in the chat, that I didn't attend KubeCon, but I'm sure Ram's talk has more than Rabne Banadi Jodi part on YouTube. Also, how does the KubeCon panel, I think he means program committee. So how does KubeCon program committee manage speakers with uh, similar or clashing or repeating topics like AI, RCA, etc.? So yeah, I think the broader part of his question is how does how does the program committee actually select the talks, and what makes a talk stand out to be selected for KubeCon? Yep.
So
Anyone?
yeah, so once the program committee goes ahead and reviews the CFPs, in every CFP that gets reviewed, there is a particular criteria, okay, or be on the basis of which the talk is selected. So there are multiple, and one of them is how much unique of a topic you have talked about. If it's an AI slop or something that you have created just out of nowhere without any effort, it comes out very clearly to the program committee. And then once suppose in AI, suppose 10 of the talks have almost more or less focus around AI only, then in that case the major responsibility falls on the co-chairs to give a proper weightage. It's not like that if there are more submissions in AI category, and then if there are more good talks in the category of AI, then they have to select only AI. It's not that. There is a decent amount of weightage that is given to every particular track. So yeah, I hope I have answered that. So it's not like a particular track will only get selected. The uniqueness of the talk is very important, that if someone is showing a demo, if someone has done some contribution to that project, if they have talked about that project in the past, if they have written about that project like a blog or something, any use case. So if you are writing a proposal, if you want to make sure that it stands out, do add a content in the other than giving your proposal, add additional resources as well, like if you have things that I have mentioned, and if you have any social presence and where you have gone to conferences or meetups and talked about that technology. The beauty of KubeCon is that or KCDs is that they always welcome first time speakers, and they want to support many people, as many new speakers. So and and it's not like anyone, it's not, there's no restriction. Basically anyone can submit it up. So if someone has done a diligent work of spending some time and attending meetups like Ram mentioned, at attending the tag meetings or the attending the working group meetings, if you are not able to travel or you do not have any local chapter of CNCF in your arena, then being present is the most important thing, I would say, in all of this. And if someone has that kind of a profile where someone has been consistently present in the community, has some knowledge, because it shows in your social media profiles that you share with the resources and the GitHub repositories that you share, where in which projects you have contributed, it all shows. And then those type of proposals have higher chances to get selected. Sam, if you want to add, Neil, if you want to add, because you, I mean, me and Sam, we have spent enough time doing this task. But Neil, I think, is facing for KCD Gujarat. The submissions have already closed, and now these guys are reviewing the CFP, so they know. I think they are the current ones going through the same boiler where they have to decide how to select, because the percentage is very low. It's like 10%, I think, given the amount of submission and the selection.
Yeah, true. So
Ram, if you
KubeCon is
want
a
to
very
answer, the Rab ne bana di jodi, but you need
Oh.
to bring in, you need to bring in your jodidar.
He was absent there. He was absent here.
Very bad.
Dost
Not
na
done.
raha.
Don't, not done.
Hey, I cannot. Okay, you guys cannot talk about Atul like this. Okay, no, not behind his back. No, I won't take it.
Not behind his back. He can watch this recording. Hey, Atul, you're a backstabber for ditching me on stage and for ditching me on this call.
I'm sure he has good reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, Neil was saying something regarding
Yeah.
the CFPs. Yeah.
Yeah, so as Sonali and Saiyam told, like, KubeCon has a lot of numbers of submissions. Similarly, KCDs also had a lot of number of submissions. So we will be going to same pain now, because we need to review. We have a review committee and they will review the sessions and stuff. So similarly, like KubeCon has a different tracks, and similarly KCD, yeah, like KCD is not that big, but yeah, they are also small, one or two tracks. So we also want that at least, let's say, even if it's a one single track, then we also want that we should have track sessions of every different theme, not only on AI, but at least on different themes, performance, security. Because security is very critical now. Why I say is because AI is there. People use AI. Let's say we can wipe code anything, but security also comes as a very important perspective there also. So if one of this there is single track also, then also a lot of things happen, and we also need to take care, because different personas comes from different background. Some are working in DevOps, some are working in SRE, some are working in operational space, security space. So the conference is all over around, like, all the people for who are contributing to open source and CNC ecosystem. So yeah, that's the main thing, like, which we can.
Yeah.
True.
And also, just to, yeah, and to add to that, usually before KubeCon, there are a lot of sessions before even closing of KubeCon CFPs. There are a lot of sessions that local communities organize. Like we organize it at CNCF Hyderabad as well. I think Women in Cloud Native also organizes, where they explain you how to write good CFP. So they give you tips and tricks on how to portray your idea into something that will make it stand out, and it doesn't look like an AI generated piece. So it would be good if you guys can you know uh, log into such meetups, sorry, yeah, join such meetups, or else talk to people who have already submitted whenever you meet them in person, so that that will help you in generating a good CFP. That is something I wanted to add. Yeah. um Yep. Any other questions from the audience? Okay, now it's almost 9 o'clock. So before I wrap this session up, to all the four speakers, this is a common question. Which is the best goodie that you have seen in this KubeCon of everything?
None.
DGX Park. DGX
I
Park at Code Cloud.
Oh yeah, DGX and Syed Imran won. Yeah, he
Yeah,
came.
Sayyid Imran.
Yes, yes, he came to show me. But I didn't get anything from this
Yeah.
KubeCon.
We
Sad.
didn't get any.
Sad.
Okay. Anyone from the audience, what was like the coolest goodie you got?
I think for me, it is learning that in a 2 days, it is lot of new stuff that you can't cover it in if you are going through alone and learning on a YouTube or anywhere in online platform. You can't get it all. You can get some info about what is there in a trend. So I think learning was a main stuff which I get as a goodie from this, and this was the first time I have attended this. So uh, thankful for whoever has done this amazing jobs for organizing, and everything on each session was good. Yeah, I feel one difficult stuff is arranging too many parallel sessions. So it would be really becoming a difficult choice to attend there, and that is for sure that you can't learn everything. You have to choose your track. But if there are so much, and if you want to just get some basic information, then if you miss one session, you can't get any those information. I know there are online videos now available, but it is really hard to get those and go to those videos and see everything. But yeah, this was
I will agree to that. Yeah, it's so. I think me and Sayam were most of the time in one of the halls because we had to be there for the keynotes, and then after the keynotes, we had to be there for some other engagements as well. So it was very difficult to attend the sessions for us as well. And the only thing that I could rely on or wait for was the videos. And once the videos came in, I watched, I think, 7 or 8 talks the same day because I wanted to attend a few talks, especially the ones that were focused on related to tags. Like Tag Developer Experience had one of their talks where the leads traveled to give a talk. So where the future is ahead, what kind of decisions they are making, what type of initiatives they have in the AI direction. Those were really important. So yeah, I think counting on the videos only, you cannot be present at all of them. It's not possible. It's a marathon. And I think I would like to add one more thing, that KubeCon is just not KubeCon. KubeCon comes with co-located events as well. So if someone doesn't has someone missed a chance to attend KubeCon, or someone cannot plan KubeCon, many people drive with this motivation that if their talk is selected, then only they'll go. So and if your talk is rejected, you can submit a proposal at the co-located events as well. So that's a place where you get a chance to speak as well, and then connect with the community and learn what is in the trend. So KubeCon comes with usually 2 3 at least, I've seen every year, and it's a good bag of talks as well.
Yeah. I think for this year's co-located events, OSS Day, the Linux founder was here, Linus,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Lin, and then I think he had a discussion with one other guy. I don't remember the name, but yeah. So sometimes,
Honda.
you get to miss. Yeah. So surely attend even co-located events have CFPs that get opened up, and then most of them have a lot of time for you to submit. Even though KubeCon dates run out, there are a lot of CFPs that are open like at least like till 2 months before the KubeCon, so you can plan accordingly, and then your talk can get selected there as well, because the crowd that comes to KubeCon is pretty much the same crowd that comes to these co-located events. So you'll have a great chance of networking in that as well.
Correct.
Yeah. Anyone else would like to share their, journey of KubeCon or experiences? This call is pretty much over from my end. So if there is anything anyone would like to add, uh, anyone would like to say that this can be, something good to add in the next year KubeCon, something like that. Okay.
We can see the chat. I think people have been posting some of the questions.
Most of the questions
Yeah,
we
we
have answered. Any chance of KCD Hyderabad in future? Okay, wait. I think I need to answer this. I'm pretty sure, 99% sure that CNCF Hyderabad has a wait list of speakers just to give a session in the monthly meet. Why is that? No, it's not like that. So every month we open CFPs based on the theme that we have chosen for the month. And we don't have a set of speakers already fixed up, but then we always encourage people with, different types of talks. I think this time it is around platform engineering and AI. So any talks that are submitted around that, we will try to pick them out for the meetup. So uh, we usually mention it in the post that what is the theme that we are going for in this case. But yeah.
I think I can pick the other one, any chance of KCD Hyderabad in future. So I don't know about that, but if you want to get first-hand knowledge about any KCD happening in the future, all KCDs have a GitHub issue that raised. So you can go ahead and just search which all KCDs have been like requested. Then there's a process of approval as well. So if they get approved, then CNCF definitely announces it. But if you want to get some insider knowledge, make use of GitHub more. You'll get to know from there. We have a message from Atul. Ram, you are saying something.
No, I just wanted to say Atul joined and I want him to turn on the video. And there's a question that I want him to answer. Come out, wherever you are. But yeah, I think this was fun. There's always challenges in organizing events, and um, it's tough to be very transparent about whether or not there's like a KCD in future for any city, because nobody who's present here decides what happens there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Atul posted a picture of eating. So looks like he's not cooking, but he's probably eating. So anyhow, yeah, I was
Yeah.
saying that nobody in this group picks KCD venues and things like that. We just have to make do um, what we get assigned by the CNCF team as far as KCDs go. But like for CNCF things, um, just reach out to your local CNCF organizers, man. They can give you answers to all of the questions that you have. It's not like any of these people are inaccessible or anything.
The CNCF Slack is actually a very good place to reach out to folks.
Yeah. So to add to that, okay, I'll take over from here now. Yep. So how to be a part of CNCF community, as most of you have been asking, and as Sonali just said, we can be part of local chapter meetups. Every chapter has its own page, and whenever they post a meetup, once you subscribe to it, you'll start getting emails. And according to your convenience, you can attend those meetups. Few of the projects even host virtual meetups, and few of the chapters even host virtual meetups. I think Cloud Native Mysore hosts virtual meetups, and Cloud Native Gandhinagar, I got the mails 3 times that they're hosting it. So you can join virtual meetups as well. There are Kubernetes community days that happen, and the upcoming one is KCD Gujarat, which is on September 19th. You can attend here, and then here you will meet a lot of people who have been contributing to the projects, who are maintainers, and you can get to know, first-hand information about the project and where you can get started in the contributing part. There is also Cloud Native Summit that is happening in Kerala on 22nd of August. This is again a one-day event, so you can go here as well. There will be a lot of talks around different, segments, and you can take any of the track and then choose to sit for those talks, or else go ahead and meet other people and network. So that's how you can get started with CNCF community. Apart from this, you can also join CNCF Slack, as Sonali mentioned. There is a channel for new contributors, and then everyone out there is actually, introducing themselves, and then there are people who help. You know, there is a whole documentation set which guides them that how to get started on with the contributions. Now, Kubernetes Community Day, we are also a community partner for KCD Gujarat that is happening. So if you want a discount on your tickets for the KCD Gujarat, then please use the coupon code CNHT10. Yeah, you will get discounts from here. And do attend this. There will be a lot of talks from, folks who has given talks in KubeCon and few others who have been working in the field. This is regarding the speaker opportunity. So this is our CFP form, and we would want, so every month, as I mentioned previously, every month before announcing the meetup, we usually take CFPs, and via those whatever we get the talks via that submissions, we try to pick something out of them. So you can submit your talk in this. Apart from just those submissions, we also check for other submissions that came in between, so that we can pick from those as well. So this is the CFP submission for Cloud Native Hyderabad. If you are working in Hyderabad and your venue you want to support us in either the form of swags, food, venue, or want to collaborate on the events, please contact us through this form, and we will reach out to you if we can conduct the meetups.
Yeah, for this form, okay, 1-2 months back we have filled, but we didn't get any response from the organizers, that I can say.
Okay. Sorry, we will check into that. Thank you for raising. Okay. And this is a general feedback form on how meetups are going on so far. So yeah, that's it from my end. So to close, before I end the session, thank you everyone for joining in and spending out an hour and a half, hour almost. This was a really good discussion. I was very nervous, like, okay, what are the kind of questions that might come up? But then this was a really good call on how to, and I think this covered pretty much everything: how to get started, how to get your CFP selected, what actually happens behind the scenes in KubeCon. So yeah, thank you all for joining in. Thank you all for giving in your inputs. I thank all the speakers for giving their valuable, moments or their valuable insights on how KubeCon was. Yeah. And thank you, Atul, for the dinner picture. We would all go now have dinner. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for doing this.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Everyone can drop off. Yeah.
We'll give you company.
Yeah. नहीं, we are trying to figure out. मेरे को भी host का access नहीं है इस पे भी, so I don't know if I leave, will the meeting end or not. So I'm waiting for everyone to drop off, honestly.
Yeah. That is something. How to stop a recording was also something that I had to figure out on this one, because it was not upgrading my rights as a speaker, so or as a host. So I thought maybe I have joined from a different link. That is why, but that was not the case, and then I gave up. Also, there's
Okay.
some count also when this expires, when like how long they'll store the recording as.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have not figured out the recording. So for this meetup, we actually enabled something like this recording will be shown in the July virtual meetup wala page. So please check out there. And once we get access, we will post it on YouTube channel as well. We need to do that for previous ones as well. We have not yet figured out where the recordings are going in. We are recording sessions, but yeah, I think it's a question from Harsh. So that's.
And you can access the recordings on CNCF Hyderabad YouTube channel.
Yep. Let me share the link.
Cool. I'll see you around Sarvani and Ram. Ram, thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ram.
Bye. Thanks.
Thank you, Sonali. Bye, guys. Sampath. Hi, Sampath. Can you drop off? I just want to make sure. Okay.